Hello, dear beloveds. Well, I am super extra excited to be here with you today because I have the great privilege, and I'm just looking at all of their gorgeous faces over here, to announce the inaugural postgraduate scholars in the Institute for Intuitive Intelligence. And these women are the women who have chosen, they've gone through the third level, they've graduated, and they've made the decision to continue to deepen into their role of both spiritual leadership, of contemporary mysticism as a priestess, but in surrounding all of that, this bigger purpose or this bigger path of service, this bigger training, which is only available to graduates of the third level, and that is the Postgraduate Diploma in Spiritual Directorship. So I'm very excited to announce these women today. There's been a little bit of a delay in making this announcement because we were just waiting for a few details to fall into place, but we have it all now. And the truth of it is these women have been walking this path for such a long time with such a great sense of devotion that even prior to the third level, they have been on their spiritual path and they've been awakening to themselves at an accelerated rate. And that's why I believe that each and every one of these women is going to be an exceptional spiritual director. And I just quickly want to let you know what spiritual directorship is, because outside of a Christian, particularly Catholic paradigm, it's not something that we know very well or that we understand. I've just noticed that my battery is going to run out. Oh my goodness, good timing, hey? If I need to, I'm going to have to swap over to go live on my laptop. So just to let you know, that is what's happening. So what spiritual directorship is really that person who can hold you so that you may meet God in yourself. And that is a skill that comes not just from being able to tell you what to do or give you tools, but to hold a vibration that is so intentional and so on purpose and so powerful that you never waver from that you are held in such a powerful state of being, imprinted by that person's field so confidently and non-negotiably that you are able to move through the challenges of your life with faith. And spiritual directorship is a truly remarkable, if you like, secular sacred skill. And I'm so excited to be bringing this training to the Australian context and outside of a Catholic or religious ideology, because of course spiritual directorship is, in my opinion, the future of where we're going. That we will not seek to work with people who are doing pseudo-spiritual work, but that we will hand ourselves over to our soul natures more and more and more. And so the people that we will need to hold us while we do that will be not people who play in the baby pool of pseudo-spirituality, but those who have truly given their lives over to this path of service. So the Spiritual Directorship Postgraduate is an additional qualification for the women who choose to take up this training and have been selected by me, by the Institute, to go forward. But it's also something else. It is also an 18-month mastermind. It's an opportunity for every woman in this program to move from having a practice to having a movement, to create a movement around her. She will focus on writing a book. She will focus on creating programs, a retreat. She will focus on developing her skills as a speaker and a storyteller. She will deepen into working with the archetypes, and she will move even more powerfully into that vision of herself as a spiritual leader and a game changer. And at this particular paradigm on earth where we are learning what holy power is, we've had the matriarchy and we've had the patriarchy, and now we're beginning to emerge into a new paradigm of leadership. And what is that paradigm? And that is beyond gender. We won't talk in the language of gender. In this paradigm, we're talking about holy power, that absolute meeting of ourselves as infinite, unlimited nature. And we are birthing that new paradigm now. My dear, gorgeous Amy is here, and we've had these conversations recently. We don't know what feminine power, feminine leadership looks like in this day and age, because the ways that women had to secret themselves away to protect themselves in the age of the patriarchy is not what we want to continue to replicate. We want to emerge into that divine feminine leadership, that divine masculine leadership within that intersection, not as separate ideas, and so to own our power. So these women have all agreed that they want to create a movement around their service, and not to just sit politely and quietly, or, you know, to have an idea, a preconceived idea of what feminine leadership looks like. Sacred feminine leadership is going to emerge out of us exploring these new paradigms, these new ideas, and these women are saying yes to that. So, drum roll please, before my phone battery dies, and because I have been wanting to share the names of these women with you for so long, here they are. I'll be sharing some images so you can look at them and learn about them more. We'll be introducing them to you over the course of the next few months before we begin officially in January. We will be starting with our pre-program masterminds beginning in December, but these women are raring to go, and I'm so excited to let you know. So we have just an incredible collection of women. We have, I'm looking at the picture over here to make sure I get everybody, Genevieve Anderberg. We have the beautiful Brie Jones. We have Rachael Cannard. We have the gorgeous Kristy Jamieson. We have the magnificent Kim Fazzolari, the divine Gemma Dere, the true powerhouse Amy Towle, the just sublime Jo McEniery. We have the absolutely eminence herself, Barnwell, Nicole Cabassi, who's just the absolute fierce warrior goddess energy. We have the beautiful Pina Killick, who is just like the radiance of the Divine Mother, really. I'm looking at this image now, and we have the truly, you know, immanence herself, sublime energy of Manjot Garcha. And finally, not least at all, but I am so blessed to announce also that my first spiritual teacher, Angelique Adams, will be joining this program as well. So we have this incredible collection of 13 women who will be walking the path of the Postgraduate Diploma in Spiritual Directorship for the next 18 months beginning January 2019, and these women have all graduated from the 3rd level. They have all walked the path. They have demonstrated their devotion. They have said yes to creating a movement around their service, and not playing small, and not being afraid of their spiritual power and their spiritual leadership, and certainly not trying to tell us what sacred feminine power looks like, because the truth is, in this new age, we are birthing that new power, and we are the demonstration of that. And how we lead is what the legacy we will leave to the planet. And we do not have to sit politely. We are able to stand and rise and be fierce, and to create movements around what it is that we offer. These women will be participating in 2 retreats. They will all get an opportunity to attend a 3rd level retreat as a peer mentor, and they will have their own retreat, of course, and that will be in beautiful northern New South Wales. And yes, no room for timidity. I could not agree more. And these women will be the inner sanctum of the Institute, who will to come together with me. I am a full participant in these masterminds to really, you know, create the vision of the Institute, create the vision of their own movements, to shine light upon one another, to inspire the fuck out of each other, to scare each other, joyfully scare each other into action. You know, we will not be politely sitting down. There will be no room for timidity, as Amy says. There will be no space inside of this program where you will be allowed to sit inside of your fear, because this really is the place where we create the movement. We create that energy of the new paradigm, and it is time. It's time, and it's so exciting for me to be able to announce this and share this with you, because this is a long-held vision. It's a big vision, and I am not doing it alone. This is the inner circle, the scholars of spiritual directorship, and we'll create a new category of service in Australia and in the world of spiritual directorship, where we will take people to meet themselves as God, unafraid and fearless, because this is really the future, and this is what the world is calling for. No more kind of sitting on the sidelines, playing in the paddling pool and being small and polite around this. You know, it's time for us to own the truth that until we are willing to see ourselves as God, we will never be able to change the world from the fear that it's currently inhabiting. We can't pander to that fear. We've got to be willing to be the leaders of the new age. And these women are, and I'm so grateful to each and every one of them, and we'll obviously keep you posted as we go along, but I'm going to share some images now so you can see their beautiful faces, and I bow to each and every one of them, and I thank you for saying yes to this journey with me, because it's a big one, and I didn't know what would happen when this program came into my consciousness or how it would be received, but I'm so delighted to say we have graduates from every group of the 3rd level that are eligible, and I know if they had their way, some of our current priestesses would have joined this program too, and I'm so sorry you have to wait for a year, but your time will definitely come. So thank you for those of you who joined me live. Thank you for your love and your encouragement and saying yes to me, but more importantly saying yes to yourself, and for coming onto this journey with me, because what we need now is women who are unafraid to lead and to create that new paradigm of sacred feminine leadership, and to absolutely shake the spiritual tree, and to be heard, to hear that roar that resounds, that vibration of feminine power that resounds around the world, so that we may be the cause for change, not through our quietness, but through our absolute unwillingness to see ourselves as anything other than God, the goddess, for that is what we are. We all are. And these women are going to be sure to make sure that you know that truth too. Mwah. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful day, and I'll share the images so you can celebrate them as much as I am.